Renata for Hamilton Beach, and this is the Easy Reach 4-slice toaster oven. Toaster ovens are incredibly convenient, great for toasting, reheating, and baking. Unfortunately, most never have enough interior space, are hard to clean, and it's difficult to reach the food inside. Until now. The Easy Reach toaster oven comfortably holds 4 slices of bread, so you can make multiple sandwiches at once. With bake, broil, and toast settings, a 30-minute timer, and 2 rack positioning settings, you can make whatever you like from pizza to brownies. Best of all, the unique roll-top door frees up working space on your counter because it lifts up, not out, making it easy to remove food or add ingredients. And the door is completely removable, so you can easily clean up messes inside the oven or on the door. The Easy Reach 4-slice toaster oven from Hamilton Beach is the ideal appliance for all your heating and small baking needs. Now that's good thinking.
Introducing the Smart Oven Pro by Breville. 10 menu functions suggest the ideal cooking temperature and time. And you can watch it all with the interior oven light. Let's see it in action. Toast, roast, bake, broil, slow cook, and more. The Smart Oven Pro, brought to you by the food thinkers at Breville. This is the Breville Compact Smart Oven. It features Element IQ, which is a unique cooking technology that adjusts the power to where it's needed most. An unprecedented 1800 watts of power is controlled by the 2 main function and temperature time dials. The LCD screen is easy to navigate through and illuminates orange during preheating and cooking and turns blue once the cycle is complete. The toast function browns and crisps the outside of your bread while keeping the inside soft and moist. The function is also ideal for English muffins and frozen waffles. To change the browning setting, press the centre temp time dial and choose between lightest 1 and darkest 10. To change the number of slices, press the centre of the temp time dial until the LCD screen displays the flashing slices. The bagel function knows to brown the inside of your cut bagel while only crisping the outside. This is also ideal for English muffins or artisan breads that require one side to be more toasted than the other. The bake function cooks food evenly throughout. This is ideal for cakes, muffins, brownies and pastries. It's also handy for pre-packaged frozen meals like lasagna or pot pies. Broil is ideal for sandwiches, small cuts of meat, poultry, fish, sausages and vegetables. Broiling can be also used to brown the tops of casseroles and gratins. We recommend experimenting with the rack height as well as the temperature and time settings to produce the best result. Pizza function melts and browns cheese and toppings while crisping the pizza crust. Due to a wide variety of pizzas available, you'll need to consider whether you're cooking a fresh or frozen pizza with a thin or thick crust. The cookie function is ideal for baking homemade or commercially prepared cookies and other baked treats. And for your leftovers, the Breville Compact Smart Oven has a function for that too, with the reheat feature. It's important to know where you're actually putting your rack. You can follow the rack height position for each of the function as printed on the right-hand side of the oven's front glass door. Top rack height position for broil, middle for toast, bagel, pizza and cookie, bottom rack height position for bake, roast and reheat. Handy if you're reading a foreign recipe is the temperature conversion button. The default reading on the oven is reset to Fahrenheit, but by pressing the temperature conversion button, you can convert to Celsius. And then the corresponding C symbol will be on the LCD screen. For frozen food items, the frozen foods button adds a recommended additional time required to defrost and then toast frozen bread or bagels and cook frozen pizza or cookie dough. The extra deep crumb tray positioned at the front of the oven means you can empty excess crumbs with ease. The Compact Smart Oven, another innovation by Breville. Introducing the Mini Smart Oven, part of the Smart series of Breville ovens. It does the thinking for you by having heating elements on top and on the bottom that cycle on and off to regulate the correct temperature while you cook. Because it has a smaller footprint, it takes less time to heat up, so you get an even quicker cooking time. It has 8 menu functions that are simple to navigate, and each one is programmed with a suggested temperature and cooking time. Depending on the recipe and your personal preference, you can customize the function by pressing the temperature or darkness buttons and the arrows for time or slice. And whatever you select will remain in the oven's memory until it's unplugged. The frozen foods button adds additional time required to defrost, then toast frozen bread or bagels, or to cook frozen pizza or cookie dough. Unique to the Mini Smart Oven is the A Bit More button that lets you add time to a cooking cycle. Be sure to follow the wire rack guide listed on the door, as cooking results are significantly affected by its position. And be sure to always slide the wire rack in with the spokes facing upwards. The toast function fits 4 slices of toast, and if you see some condensation on the window when toasting frozen bread or fresh bread, this is normal as it's the moisture from the bread itself. The bake function cooks food gently and evenly throughout for things like cakes, muffins and frozen meals. And on the broil function, the top heating elements cycle on and off to provide intense top heat, while the bottom heating elements will remain low. The roast is ideal for cooking a variety of meats and poultry that are tender and juicy on the inside and roasted to perfection on the outside. It's also great for hearty vegetables and baked potatoes. If you move the wire rack to the bottom position, you can roast an entire Cornish hen with vegetables in the roasting pan. The cookies function is ideal for baking homemade or commercially prepared cookies, strudels and biscuits. Make sure the rack is in the middle position and the LCD will be preset to 350. Just use the arrows to adjust the time and temperature. As with any cooking task, the thickness, amount and whether or not it's fresh or frozen will vary the cooking time. Reheat is ideal for reheating leftovers without browning the top, and it's a more natural cooking process than if you were to use a microwave, as the top and bottom heating elements gently cycle on and off. The pizza setting is preset to the frozen food setting. For a fresh pizza, press the snowflake so that Element IQ adjusts the heating cycle, and then adjust the arrows depending on the thickness or freshness. The bagel function crisps the sliced side while leaving the crust only lightly toasted. The crumb tray is at the front, and it's deep enough so that chunky crumbs don't get stuck when you're trying to pull it out. Don't be misled by its size. The Mini can do many of the roasting and baking tasks that you'd do in a larger wall oven. You just have to select the cooking program and adjust to taste, and it'll do all the thinking for you. The Mini Smart Oven, brought to you by the food thinkers at Breville.
Rogers with Cuisinart. This is our new Cuisinart Classic Toaster Oven Broiler. It's a really generous size, but it takes up just a little bit of space on your countertop. The exterior is a combination in the front of stainless, and also the knobs have a soft grip material on it. You have a full function for toasting, also called out bagel feature, broiling, and also regular baking. When you open the door, you notice how the rack comes out automatically. It assists you so that when you're putting things in there, like when we're going to toast, it helps you out so you can keep your hands free to do other things. So you'll notice we can fit 4 nice generous pieces of toast in there. We close the lid, and it also pushes the rack in for you so you don't have to. The other thing that it has is a removable crumb tray, which we just pull the bottom out here, like so. And it's really important to keep your crumb tray clean, so it's right in the front, easy access, so you have, you're reminded to do it, often. The other thing is that it has a baking and broiling rack, which is removable. And then the start button works when you're using your toasting features. But when you set the other functions, it automatically starts for you. It also has an auto off feature. And the other thing that's really nice about it, it's generous inside, so you can put a whole chicken. You can also put an 11-inch pizza. It's 1800 watts, so you get really great baking, broiling, and toasting functions out of this classic toaster oven broiler.
Oster digital countertop ovens are a great convenience in the kitchen because they provide all the options of a full-size oven and a countertop appliance that toasts, bakes, and broils. To help you cook even better, we went right to our team of experts to get you the hints and tips you need to whip up delicious meals and snacks right in your own home in your Oster digital countertop oven. Here are the basic settings for Oster digital countertop ovens that you need to know. Using the bake function. During baking, place the pan on top of the rack. The upper and lower heating elements will cycle on and off to maintain the desired temperature and may not glow throughout the entire cooking process. Push the bake button, then use the temperature arrows to select desired temperature. Use the time arrow keys to select desired time. Push the start button, using the broil function. When broiling, the rack should be in the top position. Place pan into the guide rails below the rack and place the food on top of the rack. The top heating element will cycle on and off to maintain desired temperature and may not glow during the full cooking process. Push broil button until the word broil lights up on display. Push timer arrows to select the desired time. Push the start button. Using the toast function, arrange food on the wire rack in the top rack position. Push the toast button. Use arrows to select toast shade. Press the start button. Here's a note to keep in mind. Different types of bread require different settings. Lighter breads and waffles require a lighter setting. Darker breads, muffins, and English muffins require a darker setting. Some Oster countertop ovens offer the advantage of turbo convection cooking controls, so let's take a closer look at this setting. An Oster turbo convection oven circulates hot air within the cooking chamber with a fan, and because the heated air is circulating, the food tends to cook quicker and more evenly. To use turbo convection, push the convection bake button until convection bake lights up on the display. Use the temp arrow keys to select desired temperature. Push timer arrow keys to select desired time. Push the start button. Both heating elements will cycle on and off to maintain the desired temperature and may not glow during the entire cooking process. Here's an important tip from our Oster brand team to remember. On average, the turbo convection function will shorten the cooking time, but it varies by food. It's suggested to start with shorter cooking time when using the turbo convection setting. Check your food and then add cook time as needed. Baked goods in particular benefit from the turbo cooking as the circulating air keeps oven temperature consistent. If your digital countertop oven has the added feature of a clock, here's how to get it set to the correct time. Push the clock button, the clock will flash. Use the arrow keys to set the hour. Push the clock button again. Use the arrow keys to set the minutes. Push the clock button once more, or the start button, and the time will be set. While the timer function on your Oster digital countertop oven will turn your oven off when cook time is completed, you can also manually cancel cook time or shut the oven off. To cancel cook time, press the stop cancel button once, which will stop heating and cancel the function. To shut off the oven, press the stop cancel button twice to turn off the unit. And that's it. You just mastered the digital controls on your Oster countertop oven. Now you're ready to cook up all types of delicious meals and snacks for family and friends. See below for a link to download an information sheet with details discussed in this video.
BLACK+DECKER, a delicious dish awaits you. The BLACK+DECKER 4-slice toaster oven is a kitchen counter classic. No need to heat up the conventional oven. This model allows you to get going in a hurry. The large window and cooking timer with stay-on functions allows you to cook exactly to your specifications. The efficient size allows for up to 4 slices of bread or a 9-inch pizza. And the removable crumb tray makes for easy cleanup. The BLACK+DECKER 4-slice toaster oven gives you the freedom to break away from conventional cooking.